Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to the Big Blue Offensive Podcast with Mike Trainer, Jay Jules, and John Depot. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the BBO NYG Podcast. I'm Mike. That's Jules. John is off. Again, he has like a lot of vacation days, huh, Jules? Like I don't know how he gets these days off, but you're taking off next week.
He's putting in all his PTO days before the end of the year.
He sure is, man. He's getting them in for sure. Very suspect.
Since that, I actually put it in there. I was like, 2024 is around the corner. That's going to be my theme for the evening. All right.
That is, I see that on your. It's funny.
As soon as 2024 is around the corner. Okay.
As soon as you learned how to figure this Zoom thing out, you started adding things on every week. I don't know if that's.
No, that's it. That's it. That's the new thing now. Why? You know where to find me. You know what I mean? Like Jules NYC1 on the X. And fuck yeah, you follow us on the BBO NYG podcast, wherever you follow podcasts. Thank you, like, and subscribe.
Do it. Do it up. But yeah, we gotta get into Sunday night. I don't know what to say. I'll just like a quick recap, Jules. We lost another offensive lineman, Izudu, with a toe injury.
How old did they put him like
they put him on the IR. They put him on the IR. So like
at least
4 games, whatever. So like then we signed a bunch of guys today. We re-signed Tyree Phillips, which I don't know why we let him go in the first place. He played like pretty good tackle for us decently last year. He was on
the. Can't be much worse.
It can't be much worse than what the fuck's going on. Justin Pugh came off the couch.
Bro, they took Justin Pugh off the couch, said, all right, you're going to play left guard where you're comfortable. Yeah. And then we did like the first drive. He ends up having to play left tackle. They didn't even have the confidence in switching Neal to the left side. They said, no. The dude that we pulled off his fucking couch, you play left tackle. You've only had like 9 career starts in that position.
Coming off an ACL. Coming off an ACL injury, yeah, sure. Just fucking hop in, slide over, man, slide over. Go against the best rushers.
I really think at one point Von Miller felt sorry and was like, "Fuck it, I'll just rush on the right side and fucking go against Neal or something," because he was like, "I don't even want to embarrass this poor guy Pugh." You know what I mean?
It sure seemed that way. Very like, dude, it was crazy, man. Like, of course.
Wait, speaking of Pugh, real quick, like, hats off, he did a pretty good job.
He let up 2 sacks. I mean, that's not really a great job.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying. I mean, considering all things considered,
of course, I'll give him the credit. But he's back on the practice squad. They didn't actually sign him to the deal that he wanted. But listen, like anybody could have came in there, gave up 2 sacks and a pressure, and he would have looked great. That's how crazy deceiving this whole offensive line is. It's fucking another disaster. Of course, social media went on, they see Tyrod Taylor complete like 2 passes downfield of 20 yards. So, of course, they think he's just the greatest quarterback on earth. But meanwhile, he gave we scored 3 field goals. We had 2 drives that we could have went ahead at the end of the ball game. We had 2 opportunities, 2 drives at the end of the ball game. First one, I was like, all right, we're done. We didn't make it. But then all of a sudden they gave us the ball back for some fucking crazy reason, Buffalo. They gave us another chance. And then obviously we've seen all the holding calls, the defensive penalty, whatever.
Let's not forget about the debacle in the end of the second quarter. Bro. I
was just about to say, I mean, dude, people in Madden don't even do that shit. Madden, kids, little toddlers that play Madden online, they don't even do that shit. They don't run the ball with fucking 9 seconds left on the clock or whatever the fuck it is. It's just,
dude, how do you
absurd.
Like, for what I'm understanding, right? Like, it was an RPO that was called, right? So it's that run pass option. Once the ball is snapped, not a pre-snap read, right? And this motherfucker makes a pre-snap decision, audibles, automatically calls a run, gets stopped, and runs out the fucking clock. Like, what?
All right, listen, I can see if you want to do that with Dallas's offensive line, but with our offensive line, you're going to fucking give it to Barkley when nobody could fucking block in the first place? Dude, it's absurd.
With seconds remaining, you have to take a shot at the end zone. You have to do some kind of bootleg and throw the ball to the back of the end zone. If nothing's there, you throw it away. We get Gano on the field. We kick 3 points and we go to
get 3. Yeah.
End of story.
The way our defense was playing, they were playing pretty well. But you know what? A lot of people are not talking about this, Jules. It was like Buffalo has a ton of injuries on the defensive side of the ball. And we
Yep.
still only fucking got 3 field goals for the fucking game. And people want to celebrate Tyrod Taylor because he completed a 20-yard pass downfield. It's like, what are you guys watching? Do you understand what the problem is? Like, the definition is right there. We've seen it. It doesn't matter who the fuck the quarterback is. We can't fucking score points. It's embarrassing. We're an embarrassment right now. I don't know if Daniel Jones don't play next week against Washington, dude, we're in trouble again.
I mean, look, you're right. And the funny thing is that yes, there are some haters out there that were trying to talk up Tyrod Taylor, but they weren't going over the top. They really weren't. Like they
was rooting for him.
Things, they just weren't because everybody kind of realized that yes, he managed the game pretty well. I'll give him that. He managed the game very well, actually.
Yeah, right. He did. Yeah.
Very conservative. He took a couple of chances when he felt he had it. You know, and everybody's like, oh, he got sacked 3 times. Like, it's not like he went the whole game without getting sacked. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know, did he possibly, you know, get rid of the ball a little sooner or avoid a few
sacks? A lot of times.
Yeah, but you know
the balls were short, Jules. The short passes, he was horrific. They were bouncing that guy's knees. I'm like, dude, make that pass.
But you know what it is too? Imagine if all you're doing on the sideline is you got the little clipboard out and you're following the coaches around and you're seeing the quarterback in there and you're in your head saying, shit, he only has 2 seconds to throw the ball. Oh, he's only got 3 here. He's only got 2 there. You have that in your head. So he's coming in with fresh eyes being like, I got no time. I already know this is going to happen. Let me just see what I can get. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he had a different perspective. And what I hope can be taken from that game is that the coaches can get back with Daniel Jones and they can say, look, you see what Tyrod was doing a little bit here. Can you incorporate some of this into the game? Not all of it, because we don't want another Tyrod Taylor, but just some of it. Just some of the decisions, some of the reads, some of the quick dumps, some of the quick, you know, like take a quick shot, know when the pocket's done, you know, that kind of stuff. Hopefully that's what was being taught a little bit for Daniel Jones in that point. But listen, let's be real too. You know, who knows if this when this guy's coming back? We don't even know what kind of injury he has. He was on what he does that show in the morning with what Kay Adams or something like that.
Yeah,
and like basically the highlights of that, she asked about the injury, and he wouldn't even go into specifics behind it.
Right.
So like, you know,
I hope I get back quick. I want to prove the doctor's wrong or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What is the doctor's telling you?
Look, I get it. Look, if there's one thing that can be said about Daniel Jones, you'll never be able to take away from him. He's a competitor and he's tough. Whether or not he has the elite skills to be an elite quarterback in the NFL, I don't know. I can't say for sure anymore. I can't say, I'm not going to sit there and say he absolutely doesn't, but I definitely can't say with any kind of vote of confidence that he does, right?
Yeah, right.
But at the end of the day, could he be maybe a Jared Goff in the NFL or something of that level? Possibly. I don't know. You know, once they get an offensive line like Detroit and a receiver like Amon St. Brown, then we'll find out what kind of what it is. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Look, with this kind of a neck injury, this type of stuff could be serious. I mean, you look at Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's career was shortened because of these type of neck injuries, right?
The fusion. So like, he had to get the fusion, but hasn't got that yet.
Scary, dude. It's a scary thing, you know. Look, and you know, I'm not trying to make any excuses for him, but you know, this we might not see him for a couple of games. We just might not.
Maybe not.
We might have to live with Tyrod Taylor. We might have to live with the fact of being 1-5. We might, like normally, I would love to talk a lot of smack going into this weekend because it's a divisional game that was usually winnable. And I don't know if I feel confident enough to. Not off of what I've seen. The defense, yes. The defense looked a lot better this past week. It looked better.
The linebackers played well.
Yeah. You know, look, yeah.
That's a huge difference in the defense when the linebackers play as well as they did.
Yeah. I mean, look, and look, who's to say that, you know, Okereke hasn't, you know, isn't getting into his own now, right? You know, it does take some game action to honestly get into it and really be, you know, navigating defense and running it and getting good. And you know, the same can be said for McFadden, right? Like, so if that's what we're going to get out of these two guys, we're in good shape on defense, right?
Yeah.
And let's
see. playing well.
Who's that?
KT playing well. He's starting to get to the passer. The pressures are there.
Listen, I hate that stupid pressure thing. Oh, 6 pressures. It's like,
I know, but still.
At the end of the day, like, was he really in his face?
You want him to get there.
The ball, then touch the quarterback. You know, like a pressure could mean just about anything. Technically, I think that a pressure is if the offensive lineman is backed up slightly into the quarterback, that's considered a pressure. That doesn't mean he was getting them. You know what I mean? Like, I look at his numbers because they flashed something over the week, or it was last week or something, where they said Chase Young was like in the top 3 for quarterback pressures. But then if you look at Chase Young's stats and you look at Tibbs' stats, they're identical.
Same.
They're fucking identical. It's insane. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I should be happy about it or not happy about it. I guess it can be determined. I'll tell you this much, though. If the Giants don't find the way to win and get to 2-5, we could pretty much kiss this season goodbye.
Yeah, it's a wrap, man. Like, listen, if Daniel Jones is hurt, like I fell for it today. There was a guy that's going around Twitter named, Jordan Rananan from ESPN or whatever. If he does, he's a beat reporter for the Giants now. This guy calls himself Jordan Ranahan. He has the same picture, but Jordan Ranahan nuts at the end of the fucking thing. And he put some shit like Daniel Jones gonna have IR for 4 games, possibly the end of the season. I'm like, and I felt for him. Hook, line, and sinker. I was like, season over. I fucking quote tweeted him. I'm like, we're done. Season's over. And then somebody was like, dude, fake account. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Motherfucker got me. And
you know who it is, right?
No, it's not Wesley, is it?
Yes, it is.
It's the same guy?
I don't know, because honestly, Wesley, and what's his full name, Wesley?
Wesley Steinberg or something. That dude's hilarious too, man.
So for those that don't know, that has to be the greatest. It is by far the greatest.
I want to meet them.
Account. That's the greatest troll account ever created for Giants fans football, but whatever. And it goes up to the Jets too. So yeah, it's just for New York sports in general.
Jules, who are these people? I want to have them on the podcast. I want to know who
I would love to have Wesley on the podcast. And he doesn't even show his faith. He could even have like one of those things where they do with the FBI agents, where he's like darkened out, or
disguise his voice
with the disguised voice. We hit a guy like
Darth Vader and shit. Yeah, whatever, whatever you fucking want.
Like, just to protect his anonymity. I don't care. But like, bro, that has to be the best troll account that's ever been created. It's so good that like everybody looks for it now. And they're like, oh, there goes Wes again. He's bugging out. And the only reason why I say that this thing, what was the name now again? Because
Gordon Rahana nuts. Fucking hilarious, man. It's fucking great. Because you got to look at it. You got to look at the last name and it because. Oh, dude, it's classic. It's fucking right on the money, man.
It's great. The only reason why I'm saying is that if it's not Wes, he's got like a team or it's him and a couple of people, because they literally sent out the same report. It was the same fucking X-rays. It was basically the same language that he had put out earlier. So it was just fucking great. The only thing I can think of is that this Wesley Steinberg is an actual real person, and that picture is actually the real Wesley. But the person that created the account isn't, and they know that this Wesley guy will never be on X or any kind of social media, and like this dude's like from a small town, and like whoever this fucking person is just clowning him like beyond imaginable, right?
No, the guy, the picture of Wesley Steinberg, that picture is from like this fucking like a lawyer commercial or some shit. So they just took this random guy from a lawyer, pharmaceutical company pitch or whatever, and then they use him. And it looks like a report, and people were falling for him, man. It's great.
I can see it's like, it's Wesley Steinberg and Jones. We're on your side.
Yeah, dude, you got call 1-800. Salino and Barnes. But yeah, it's fucking
Steinberg.
Dude,
when you're in trouble, just call us.
Follow them if you want to fucking go.
Look, you know what? The funny thing is that when you sit here 6 weeks into the season, we're 1-5 things. A lot of things that were sort of being circulated throughout social media was, Barkley scoring that touchdown and us beating the Ravens. And they show a year ago, the Giants were 5-1.
I see that. 5-1.
And it's like, man, yeah, how much a year makes. And it's like, granted, I guess if
injuries.
I don't even want to use that excuse. I feel like we've been talking about
major
that
one, bro.
For so many seasons. But look at the Bills. They got injuries. They won the fucking game, right? Like look at the.
They didn't look great.
They didn't look great. No, they're not going to be at their best. I mean, look, Kansas City didn't look great without Kelsey, but they were finding ways to win games, right? They might have lost 1 or 2 here and there, but they found ways to win, right? Cincinnati, right? They're dealing with injuries, but they're finding ways to win. Cincinnati's starting to get hot now. They don't even have T.
Yeah, but Jules, these teams, I get that. But Higgins came back with like that fractured rib. He played, but he's not getting the ball that much, which is fucking strange. But these other teams, they don't have like the major injuries that we have. Like, who loses their star running back? Who loses 4 out of 5 offensive linemen plus a few backups, like 7, 8 linemen we lost? Who's signing guys off the practice squad to start as a tackle? Ouch. No other team is fucking doing that. Like, I'm sorry. It's like we have like this horrible luck. And I hate the term excuse. It's not an excuse. It's just the goddamn fucking truth. You
I feel
know,
like it is though a little. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't agree with that. I can't, bro. It's
I
like,
can't. You know what it is. So here's the other flip side to that, right? Like, so fine, maybe injuries happen, right? But when injuries consistently happen, right? I mean, look at just like superstars in general, right? Throughout their careers, how many people can you sit there and we could go through a list of all different sports and say, oh man, if that guy would have stayed healthy, he was a Hall of Famer. Oh my God, if
oh
that
yeah,
guy
yeah,
did this, right? But
yeah,
part
right.
of being that Hall of Famer and being these elite athletes is that they somehow can get through the injury. Their work ethic is the way it is, that their body is conditioned, that it heals fast. I don't want to say it heals faster than most humans, but that injury isn't as severe because they're in as good a shape as they're in. There has to be something to it. Because you look at Pat
Yeah.
Mahomes, right? Like take a quick look at him. That guy fucking destroyed his ankle, came back, wins an AFC championship game, and then goes on to win the Super Bowl on a bum ankle where the Eagles were literally twisting his shit in the second quarter of that Super Bowl. And the dude played through it. You know what I mean? It's like I get that Pat's on a different level,
Some
but at
people
the
are
same
different, bro.
time, certain guys can play through shit. You know what I mean? And they find ways to come out. Travis Kelce, and I don't mean to keep saying the Chiefs, but you know what? They're the fucking champs, so we can talk about them, right? And literally, you know, he was looking like he was out with that knee injury. And then all of a sudden, dude comes running out of the fucking locker room and blows it up, right? And has a so-so week against Minnesota and then lights it up the following week. You know what I mean? Right. So, like, it's just something. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to say that these guys don't have heart or they're slacking or anything like that, but it's just weird how maybe because if you think about it, a lot of these injuries were for guys that aren't even on the team anymore. Or just backups to begin with. You know, I'm not talking about like Barkley or Andrew Thomas or any of those kind of injuries, or now with Daniel Jones in his neck. You know, I'm talking about like just guys that were always these role players that always seem to be hurt. There's always something kind of a knock on them, and then they don't get in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, Ojulari, right? We don't have enough of body work for him to sit here and say that he could be this kind of player. He could be that player. I can't stay healthy, and that's an issue. He can't stay healthy. That's why he fell to the rounds that he did. That's why he wasn't a first round pick. It's because they saw stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like there has to be better scouting, I think, on the Giants' part. You know, where you could start looking at guys and that don't miss games. But then again, you know what? If I'm not mistaken, I believe JMS didn't miss one fucking snap in fucking all of college, and he's out with an injury. So there's sides to everything, right? So like, it's just crazy.
It's really unlucky, man. And just to see people like I was rooting for Tyrod like the other night. I just like I seen the same. It was the same game, like the same kind of deal. Like we're gonna check down a lot. We're gonna run the ball now that Barkley's back. We're gonna try to put ourselves in position to win somehow. Play defense, and it was the same, basically the same game. So it's like I don't know what we could do on offense until like our front line gets back. I really like. I'll
tell you one positive thing though. It was, and it showed up that we stopped using Paris fucking Campbell and fucking all these other guys, and all of a sudden we got Wendell Robinson and Jalen Hyatt a little bit more involved, just a little bit.
They played a lot. Yeah, they played more.
Played a little bit more. You know, Hyatt had a big catch in the fourth quarter. Wendell had some nice possession catches. I think he had like 8 for 65 or something like that. Right, like on the night.
He looked like Sterling Shepard back in the day.
Yeah, and that's what we need. Why aren't these guys that we spend draft capital on getting more playing time than fucking Paris Campbell and all those other bullshit guys that we have in there? Those guys are good veteran backups in case something happens to these young guys. That's the way it should be. You're 1-5 now. Play the fucking young guys and see what we have here. That's it.
Hyatt looks like a tall receiver too. It's like, why aren't we fucking like tossing the ball more to him? You know what I mean? I get it, like a rookie playbook, this and that, all that crap. But you're right, man. These guys, like, they gotta get fucking more snaps. It's the only way you're gonna learn and fucking play.
Especially when you're sitting on a 1-5 record. Yeah, you know what? If the Giants were 3-2 or excuse me, 3-3, let's say for this example, and you know we're in the mix, and now we got Washington and they're 3-3, and this is to move up in the division. Fine, you play your veterans, you do what you got to do. At this point in time, you got to see what you can get out of these young guys in games that matter, when it counts, when the game's on the line, and see what you got. Yo, to me, Hyatt looks like this kid's a baller. So does Wendell. The only thing I'm nervous about Wendell is his health. Can he stay healthy? You know what I mean? Because he's a smaller guy, and it seems that as soon as we start using him a little bit much, he's outside on the sideline. He's missing series. That's the only thing. It doesn't look like he's got enough in him, which is fine, which means that we still need that true number one wide receiver, which I've been saying all fucking year long. I've been saying that from day one.
That's
that
why
Hyatt's probably a 2. You put Wendell in the slot as a fucking flex, that kind of flex guy, and you get that true one outside number one.
That's why. That's why if this season is going the way it's going, I want Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't want no fucking quarterback. I don't want no fucking tackle. First pick, even though I like the kid from Notre Dame, Joe Alt, but Marvin Harrison, he's the guy that's going to be there as our number one wide receiver probably for the next 15 years if we could get our hands on him. So if I have to suffer through this season and you give me Marvin Harrison Jr. from it, listen, I will fucking take it. You know what I'm saying? If the season goes this way, I'm going to be rooting for the Giants no matter what to win every fucking game the rest of the way. But there's got to be some silver lining for us for fucking.
And we'll see what Marvin Harrison Jr. is all about because they have a big one this Saturday at noon. Penn State, Ohio State. That's going to be a big one right there. Both undefeated, both fighting for the Big Ten spot right there. They're both going to have to face Michigan later in the year. That's a huge, huge game at noon on Saturday.
I think he'll show up.
I want to see a little watch. That's a game because I'll tell you the truth. He's not leading much in the NCAA this year. He's just not. He's not having the year that he had last year. As of now, there's still quite a few games left.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Games left.
Right? But he's nasty.
They have the Big Ten championship. They have Penn State this weekend. There's going to be a lot of those games.
You see him get open, bro. He's fucking nasty. And you see what fucking Notre Dame did to Caleb over the weekend too. It made him look. All of a sudden, Caleb goes against a good defense where he's getting rushed. He looked like Daniel Jones. Hey, am I right?
It was pretty funny, bro. Because you're right. Like, speaking of Caleb and all this type of shit. Now, we gotta get him number one pick. He's gonna be so much better than Jones.
They're sucking his dick so hard.
Oh my God. And then he comes back down to life. And you know what people forget too is the year he won the Heisman, he lost to Utah twice. Not once, but he lost twice to Utah. That was USC's 2 losses last season. No one talks about it. You know why no one talks about it? Because 90% of those assholes that are online and social media do not watch college football. Probably like 90% of them. That I can't leave. Because they hear the name. They hear that he's up for a Heisman. They hear that he's fucking the number one quarterback in college right now, and they just go with the hype. Just like the Malik Willis bullshit hype train that had come fucking a year plus ago. Oh, where the fuck is Malik Willis now? I thought he was going to be the truth. Where's your boy Trey Lance? He's backing up Dak Prescott in Dallas right now, dude.
He's not even a backup. He's third string.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so give me a break with this shit. Then I'm not saying that Williams won't be good. Don't hold me there. I think he'll be good. But there's other guys. You have the left-handed quarterback in Washington who looked pretty fucking damn good in that Washington-Oregon game in the afternoon on Saturday, right? I just can't think of his name right now. But you have Bo Nix in Oregon, who's also good. Battle of quarterbacks right there. So like there's always going to be good quarterbacks. Of course, you got May in North Carolina. And who's to say who's really going to be better than the other one? But to see Williams lose twice to Utah and then have another big game against Notre Dame and lose again, granted, he can still win the Pac-12 and he can still win that Pac-12 championship and get them in conversation with the one loss. But man, dude, little like there is some caution there that you have to be, noticing with him in play.
Be funny. All right, so listen, you want to take a break? And I mean, we're on to Washington. Let's just see what happens. I have nothing to say about that, but you want to just take a commercial break? We'll
take a quick commercial break. We'll talk a little Washington Giants when we get to them on the pick, I guess, right?
Yeah, I got nothing to say about that. All right, so we'll be right back on the Big Blue Offensive Podcast. All right, we are back on the BBO NYG podcast. I'm Mike. That's Jules. Washington, Jules. Like I said before the break, I have nothing to say about the Washington. I'm just hoping for the best. I'm hoping we get a win because fuck the Redskins.
I mean, for real, dude. I hate the fact that here we are getting ready at the point in the season where we're going to play our second divisional game and having the record that we had last year in the division and starting off already 0-1 in the division this season. It just sucks. You know what I mean? Like, because at the very least, you want to be somewhat just scrappy and decent in your division. And if your record just sucks, so what? You don't want to be the doormat. You don't want Washington being like, yo, we got 2 more wins guaranteed this year That puts us at 4-3 this week, and then who knows later on in the season. You don't want the Eagles chalking it up and being like, we got 2 wins. You don't want Cowboys saying we got 1 more win. Like, that's bullshit, man.
Oh.
You know, like you want us to fucking be able to step up and pull an upset against a team that you face twice a year every fucking year. So, like, you know, it hurts to see this shit. And they're not that good. They're not. Washington is not that good. They're fucking. They might just be a little bit more together than us at the moment, but that's it. They're not good. They're not fucking good. Like, if you go around, they might have a better receiver than us in McLaurin, but we have the better tight end. We have the better running back. Sam Howell's still unproven, so I don't give a fuck about him. Flip the ball to defense. Maybe their front is slightly better than ours, but Chase Young and Tibbs, we just talked about it earlier, the same fucking guys, basically. There ain't no difference between them two right now. Crazy. So it's like, you know, why are they fucking that much better? They're not. Their wins are against Denver, Arizona, and then this past week against Atlanta, which was a fake 3-win team to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't fucking beat nobody either. You know what? If the Giants play Denver, maybe we beat them.
Yeah, maybe we fucking beat them. Yeah, maybe we beat the Bears. Instead of them.
Like, maybe we beat fucking Atlanta. I don't know. But we didn't get to play those teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Will. Yeah. Hey, listen, it is what it is. All right, so pick time. Last week, Jules, we picked just the winners, and in the league I'm in, I came in second. So I won $350 just because we picked the fucking winners.
All right. So it's on you.
I think we got to fucking do this again, man.
So we're just picking winners then again, huh?
Yeah, we just got to pick the winners, I think. That's how it works. Although, if we pick the Giants getting the 15, then I would have won first place for 500. So kind of. But hey, listen, there was other games I probably just would have.
And listen, I'll be honest with you. After sitting around all night waiting for that game on Sunday, that 15.5 just kind of started staring me in the face. And instead, I just put, like, you know how they have like the no sweat bets?
Yeah.
I threw one of those like for like $10 on them to win because like I fucking no sweat.
That's no sweat bets.
But that 15 was staring me in the face. I'm like, do we really
why?
More than 14 points? Like, really?
I'll tell you why, because we haven't covered, you know, we were 0-4 against the spread going into that game. So, you know, we had to cover eventually, and getting 15, that's a lot, dude. We probably
15.5 was the final number.
That's crazy.
Right before kickoff. And I was like, yo, that half can even fucking come back and help.
With a Buffalo D that was hurt and banged up a little bit, and our defense playing better, we should have known better. We should have just known to fucking load up. What do you got? Retrospect. All right, first game, Thursday night game at New Orleans against Jacksonville. I heard what's his name ain't playing.
Oh,
Jacksonville quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
I saw that he is. I don't know. That's
is he playing?
Yeah, I think he is. He's questionable at the moment. So yeah, I mean TBD. So I like Jacksonville, but if he's not playing, clearly I don't like him because I don't even know who their back is.
Right. I mean, I heard like today he was going to probably be out. So probably Saints is the bet right now, unless we hear otherwise going into Thursday night.
Make sure you're on that Thursday to double check on that one.
Yeah, definitely, because Jacksonville's been on fire. So
yeah,
Saints have been like Saints are a weird team.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, they are in New Orleans, so that's a helpful one.
Yeah, it does help them out. Always in New Orleans is a tough place to fucking win. So that could be a game where Jacksonville lose, but I can't bet against them with Trevor Lawrence in that offense. They look good.
And listen, you know what? That's making me think, do I pick up Sam Howell in my league where I have Trevor Lawrence? Oh, God.
That's
just nasty thinking about it that I might have to pick up fucking him as my fucking quarterback for this week. Oh.
Gross.
I threw up in my mouth.
This is the first 1:00 game is a crazy one. At the Ravens. Ravens are actually going against Detroit. They're the favorite team. I'm not going to tell you the spread, but they're favored over the Lions. Because the Lions lost their running back?
Yeah, but Gibbs might be coming back.
Oh, Gibbs is going to play?
That's the latest I heard is that he should be coming back.
Do you really trust Lamar Jackson? If you make him pass in the pocket, he's trash.
Oh my God. I mean, this is tough. I mean, like the Ravens, let me just take a quick look. They beat the Texans, they beat the Bengals when the Bengals weren't the Bengals. Right. They beat the Browns, who the Browns just had a big major win over the weekend against San Francisco.
Yep.
And they beat the Titans. It's not like they have the most impressive resume as you can see. And I'll tell you that the Lions are winners of 4 straight with their only loss in overtime loss to fucking Seattle.
They're cooking. They're a tough team.
Let's go Lions. Let's see what the fuck Campbell's got these boys doing. I don't know. Maybe there is something he's got going on there.
Gotta ride with them. All right, next game at Tampa. Tampa Bay's -2. No, I'm not gonna say Tampa Bay's favored over Atlanta. Tampa Bay. I didn't know what's his name. Like Baker get hurt too in that game.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
He's good.
I was just calling Atlanta being a fraud.
They are
So
fraud.
I have to stick with that, and I'm gonna have to go with Tampa there. I think they
Hell
win
yeah.
out. I would
Fuck
they win at
that.
home. I'm going home team on that.
Yeah, home team is right. All right, Giants are a home team. They're actually the underdogs. I mean, we got to take them, right? I mean,
we did say we were going to take them the whole rest of the season until they proved us wrong.
they proved
And
us
I
wrong.
do feel like this could be the week that they prove us wrong. But at the same time, like if you tell me that we get the same effort we got this past Sunday night against the Washington team this Sunday, we're in it. We got a shot. We got a shot.
But Washington's front could cause us havoc.
What's that?
Washington's D, their front could cause the Giants offense line havoc. That's why the spread is 1.5. Washington's favored by 1.5.
Justin Fields havoc. Justin Fields caused them havoc. You know what I mean? And he didn't have a good offensive line. So, and that was really Justin Fields' like best game of the season.
I know. Yeah, I mean, fuck Washington. So it is what it is.
All right.
Next game, at Chicago, Vegas. They're the favorite against Chicago. Garoppolo got hurt, right? He went for like a back.
Yeah, right. Is Garoppolo out? Because if he's out, I don't like Vegas. If he's not out,
so is Justin Fields. He went out with a fractured thumb on his throwing hand.
Oh, right. Fields is probably out this week, right?
So watch Chicago play better. You know,
I mean, I could see that too. Actually, I definitely could see that too.
That's what I could kind of see. That's why I'm going to go with Chicago.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
I'm kind of feeling the Raiders there. I don't know.
They're a shit team too, bro.
But how do you know that they really not bad? No, they're 3-3.
Yeah, but they're bad. They're fucking
bad. 3-3. The Bears are 1-5.
But I watch a lot of Vegas games, and they're just terrible, man.
Well, they got what's his name that gets after the quarterback?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go with the Bears. Sorry.
All right, I'll give you that one.
You get the next one. All right. At New England, Buffalo is going to New England.
Buffalo's got to rebound. If they don't rebound, they're in trouble. And New England's look god awful, bro.
They look like one of the worst teams.
They lost to Vegas, dude.
Like, Vegas is garbage. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I was just saying, but nah, you got to go Bills there.
Yeah, Buffalo, no doubt. All right, Cleveland. This one I'm thinking about taking as my survivor pick because I could take Buffalo as one of them, which I'm probably going to do, Jules. But I can't take Buffalo on my other survivor pick.
Because you took them already?
Yeah, so I'm thinking about taking the Cleveland Browns if Deshaun Watson, if he plays, they're going against Indy.
And you don't like the Seahawks at home against the Cardinals?
I can't take Seattle either. I took them already. Or I took a team against Arizona twice already. So I can't take Seattle. That's how it works.
That one.
Yeah, it's kind of like that deal. So I can't take them either. That's why I'm leaning towards Cleveland going in Indy. Cleveland looks like a pretty good team, man.
Without Deshaun Watson, that's what we're saying.
If Deshaun Watson plays, I'm taking him. If he don't play, then I'm like, I don't know.
Because I'll tell you, like the Colts, especially with Gardner Minshew, you never know with that guy.
You never know.
He's like Jekyll and Hyde. Like last week, he threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he looked like shit.
Career worse and whatnot. And he'll come back and he'll throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns this week. You know what I mean? But Cleveland does have a really good front. They do. They got one. They get after the quarterback. They absolutely fucking do. So I mean, there's that. But I don't know, man. The Colts are a weird team. They just are right now. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that team. They're 3-3. The Browns are 3-2. It's like something's got to give. I mean, if you're feeling the Browns like that, we can go with it.
Yeah, I think I'm telling them that's my survivor pick though. That's what I'm like leaning towards. Like
that's what kind of convinced me to kind of say, okay, I guess we could go Cleveland.
It's tough. Buffalo, Cleveland. All right. Next game, the Rams. They're in LA. They're going against Pittsburgh.
Oof. Pittsburgh coming off of a bye. I think they're finally. Nah, you know what? The Rams are rolling. I gotta go Rams right now. They look like they might be back. Although what's his name is hurt for them. They're running back.
Yeah, Kyrie.
Yeah, he's out for the game. I'm pretty sure, actually.
Yeah, it's my guy. Sucks.
I mean, that just means they're gonna probably they're gonna throw the ball a little bit more. You know what I mean? You could definitely throw on the
Come on,
Steelers.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, you gotta take the Rams.
I gotta go Rams, yeah. Especially at home. If it was in Pittsburgh, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, that'd be different. All right, Seattle against Arizona. I think we're both taking Seattle.
Yeah, definitely.
They're at home.
You could lock that up too. I mean, although the Cardinals do play well, so I don't know if I lock it up with the spread, but like as far as them winning, I would be very, 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 very surprised if Pete Carroll doesn't get that team a W on Sunday.
Well, I'm already locking up Buffalo and Cleveland right now, so we got those two. All right, next game, Kansas City. They're at home. They're playing the Chargers, who, man, they had a rough loss against fucking Dallas. Fucking Herbert, man, kind of blew the game.
You know what? And it's unfair to say, but literally all three losses, he had the ball in his hands at the end of the game.
He's no Eli.
Now, if you go back a little bit and you go to I believe it was week 1 was against Miami, if I'm not mistaken, right? Was that
yeah,
the matchup, right?
Yeah, that was yep.
It wasn't really his fault because he fucking got down the field, they score, and then his defense let them fucking Miami go right back down the field and score. But nobody talks about that because Herbert had the ball last, right?
Yeah,
and then I know the second time around, I mean, they had lost Mike Williams. They literally had a couple of injuries, whatever, and then you get to that. So I mean, look, I really thought that Charger team would take the next step. I love Herbert. I think he's a great quarterback. Like I said, I thought they would give Kansas City a little bit more of a challenge. And here's the thing: that game is where it's in Kansas City, or is it? It is. See, oh God, I would love that game if it was in LA. I just would, because I would feel the Chargers like this. I got like a weird feeling. It's a divisional game. They're 3-3. Kansas City's 5-1. This game means so much more to the Chargers than it does the Chiefs. It just does. I don't care.
Chargers are 2-3.
Oh, they're 2-3. Oh, I thought. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, bro, like if they lose this game, if they go to 2-4, not that you can't come back from 2-4, but you're in the AFC, which is a lot more challenging than the NFC currently, with a lot more deeper teams.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost a must win for the Chargers, and I know they're getting points.
I like Kansas City. Yeah. I like Kansas City.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I just got a weird feeling about it. I'm telling you right now, a weird feeling.
You want that? You want
give me the Chargers this week? Fuck it, give me them. You took who'd you take again? That we were fucking going back.
I took the Bears.
The Bears, yeah. Give me the Chargers with points. I got a weird feeling. I don't know.
All right.
I can see the Chiefs winning by a last-second field goal, but I don't make them cover.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Green Bay is in Denver. Green Bay is the favorite in this one. I'm not betting Denver ever, so I'm taking Green Bay. I don't give a shit.
Mean, Green Bay coming off of a bye. I think they're healthy. I think Aaron Jones is healthy. Christian Watson's healthy. Dobbs is healthy. They should beat that shitty Denver team.
They should. All right, the Sunday night game. That's a good one. At Philly, Miami comes to town. Basically, it's a pick'em.
And what's the under over in that one? Do we know?
I haven't seen it on this website, but it's got to be a good amount.
I got it on CBS to say
probably 51. 52, yeah. Yeah, I would have guessed that.
It's one of those ones where you expect it to be a shootout. You could have all the analysts being like, if you got a player in this game, you start him. I don't care who it is.
And then it's 3-0 at half.
And then they fucking don't. You know what I'm saying? It's always the fucking case. But I think this could be a good shootout. It's tough because if the Eagles, this is where in Philly.
It's in Philly.
This is a tough game to pick, man. This is a tough game to pick.
I'm taking Miami because fuck
both
Philly.
One-loss teams. I mean, yeah, we take Miami to say fuck Philly, and it gives us some rooting interest.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Because Philly had like a team meeting. They were all fucking disheveled the other day. So fuck them. Maybe they'll fucking spiral a little bit. That'd be nice. All right. The last game, the Monday night game, San Fran is in Minnesota. San Fran has a ton of injuries. Trent, Debo, McCaffrey. And then all of a sudden, Brock Purdy had to play quarterback, and he didn't look so good against Cleveland. But funny how that works out, huh?
Wow. And I'm glad you brought that up because I just want to make a quick point on my end here. There are players that can be better when they don't have a lot of talent around them, right? they'll be better than most other players, is what I'm getting at, right? So like if you took Pat Mahomes, you threw him on the Giants, he would look like the best quarterback we've had, despite the fucking mess that we're playing with. It just might not be great, right? You know what I mean? Because there's no one there, right? So what I'm getting at is that certain players don't necessarily need that much talent around them, but when you put that talent around them, they're fucking elite superstars, right?
Yeah.
Then it's just no stopping them. That's why you have these elite teams, and that's why they go on to win. But then there's other quarterbacks and players that need a lot of talent around them. And look, Daniel Jones might be that kind of guy. You know, when he has a healthy Barkley and he has a healthy Waller and he has a healthy, true number one wide receiver with a decent offensive line, he'll be better. He will be better. Will it be great? Will it be elite? I don't fucking know. I don't care. But that's the point. And you see it with Brock Purdy, right? They have all those guys missing, and he doesn't look like Brock Purdy did earlier in the year.
Look like
because he's a type of quarterback that if you surround him with talent, he'll look great. But if you don't, he has to start becoming the guy. He ain't that good. Right. And that's what a lot of the NFL is, you know, and that's what people fucking miss. Like I'll go out, I'll call out Jalen Hurts. I don't fucking know how good he really is. Take him away from those fucking receivers, that fucking offensive line. I want to see the kind of players. Yes, is he a great scrambler? Without question, he is. But outside of that, I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Lane Johnson got hurt, then he threw that pick at the end against the Jets, and I don't know. Is he ready?
I don't see San Fran losing 2 in a row. Okay.
I don't either.
That's a big deal right there because I think Shanahan finds a way to fucking get it done. And they've always known that, fine, they don't have Christian McCaffrey, so they don't have that true dual threat and arguably one of the best running backs in the league. But they always seem to have that next man up mentality. Yeah. They'll have Mason. They'll have, I think, Jeff Wilson or somebody like that, or somebody else is in the backfield with them. Yep. Those guys will be decent. They still have George Kittle. I think Ayuk is fine and healthy. You know what? They don't have Justin Jefferson. Minnesota's defense is up and coming. It's not there quite yet. I definitely got to fucking favor San Fran after all that.
those are the picks, and I'll take.
It's long and winded, but there was a couple of points that I needed to throw in there about us Giants just to get it in.
I get it. Trust me, I get it.
Like I said, what is it? 2024 is around the corner, right? That's the truth. Like, think about it. 2024 is what? Fucking 10 weeks away?
It's crazy.
You know? I mean, if you go back to the offseason, when we were in like February, March and everything, we were like, oh, it's only 8 more weeks to the draft. Oh, it's only 8 more weeks till the fucking training camp. Oh, and that shit comes like this, right?
Real quick.
2024 will be here before you know it. But until then,
might be looking forward to the draft right now, the way things are going. All right, so we got the 2 key bets. I took as my key bet, I'm taking Tampa Bay. So you got to pick one.
You took Tampa Bay, huh? All right.
That's what I like.
Let me see. What? Oh wait, we took Seattle, but then Seattle's got a cover, right? Like that. Like I feel like how has the Cardinals been against the spread all year? Do we know?
I don't know, but they're pretty good.
They're good against
they're a tough little team. They're a tough little fucking. They're annoying.
Yeah, they're like a Cardinal, right?
They're annoying as fuck.
Yeah, they're just fucking annoying. Oh God, do I double down? Part of me wants to maybe double down on the Chargers, but I've been banking on the Chargers all year, and they're up and down. Did we say the Rams?
No.
Rams, all right, give me the Rams then.
Rams. And there it is. That's a wrap with the picks.
You do know how I feel about those Chargers. I wanted to sneak that last little bit in there again. You know what I mean? Like I said, I definitely could see the Chiefs winning, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot closer than you think. I think the Chargers get up for that game. I mean, think about it, Mike. If you got a halfway decent team, which the Chargers are, they're good. They're decent. They're not great, but they're decent, right? They got a great offense. They got a good quarterback. They play discipline. Eckler's healthy now, so they can lean on him a little bit more going into this next week. You know, you gotta think that like they're tired of losing to that fucking team. They gotta be fucking tired of losing to that team, man. I mean, they kick their ass year in, year out. They go on, they win a Super Bowl, they're doing commercials. They got Taylor Swift hanging out in the bleachers and in the box and whatnot. Like, fuck all that. Fuck that team, man. You gotta play with a chip on your shoulder. And you gotta play them again this year. I'm telling you, man. I'll tell you, it's a sleeper pick right there. I like the Chargers. Watch them get their asses handed to them. They lose by 35. But Well, listen, that wraps it up, man. Thank God I'll be watching something else except for the Giants this week, and we'll know why. And I'll send pictures, post that shit, let it be known where I'll be, and fucking watching some real football, if you would, out in fucking Spain. But other than that, stay tuned. It's going to be interesting to see how this game unfolds. The Giants can pull out a win and somehow get to 2-5. The season is now over. It's far from being dead. You know what? Maybe we turn it around. Who knows? Maybe there was a little bit of a wake-up call for defense this past Sunday night. Even though we lost, and you could go back and say that there was a holding penalty and there should have been another play, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. We fucking lost.
Still got a
Here
loss.
we are again, staring at 1-5 with the possibility of going to 1-6. But I'll tell you this much. The Giants keep playing with that much heart, we'll win more games than we'll lose. That's for damn sure. But until then, be safe. Do what I always say. This game's at 1 o'clock, so it means you got to start drinking early. Go get some Bloody Marys or mimosas, whatever the fuck you like, beers. Don't matter. Get a little tuned up for the game. It's always better to watch when you're feeling that way. Until then, we'll see you guys next week, maybe a week after for me, but we'll see you guys. Peace.
Go Giants.